the goals you have set for yourself in the past are sounding like statements like this: I want to lose weight, I want to get married, get another job. That's your goals for the coming year or 2026, or in previous years. That's how I used to set goals. And maybe you even set goals better than that, but you have looked at all your plans for 2025 and you see that things are not going the way you had expected, and maybe genuinely you even gave it your best, but it did not turn out the way you have expected. This video is for you. We are here to set goals, smart goals that will help us achieve all the things we desire in 2026. Okay, let's get into it.
My name is Oluwaseun Usidamen. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Firstly, let me greet the people that are coming from our previous video. Yes, hello my people, how are you? The rest of you, collect your greeting from YouTube. So many videos that will transform you, help you thrive, empower you, inspire you, motivate you, guide you, but you're ignoring them. Why will you do like that? Just in case you missed our last video, we talked about 5 things you must do before the year ends, and we even laid the foundation for this video you are watching now. It's not too long, it will not take too much of your time. Go and watch it so you can learn 1 or 2 things. But the main purpose of this video is to help you set goals and plan in a way that will help you achieve all that. See, this is not some inspire to aspire. In my last video, I shared some of the goals I set in the previous year, and I can for one see that. In fact, just look at my channel. I want you to take a moment. I started this channel in, I think, 2024. Try your best to go down and look at how things have changed in terms of thumbnail, in terms of branding, in terms of SEO, in terms of, you just notice that there's been a change. Go the same for my Instagram, you will notice. And why? It's part of these things I'm about to share. So this is not some inspire to aspire. These are things that I have applied in my life. In fact, this thing I'm taking it to a nurture and sharing with Women in Fellowship community. I'm going to share with them my own goals and the template I've created, and then we'll all work together as a community. That's exclusive to the women of Women in Fellowship. We'll work together as a community, hold ourselves accountable to achieve the goals we've set. But I'm going to, hold your hand and guide you as much as possible. So maybe at the beginning of this video, you heard some of the goals I set. I want to lose weight, marry, and there's nothing wrong with those things, but the truth is you're not going to achieve anything if you're not going to show us how and steps and plan well. And at the last video, I laid the foundation. Please, in any goal that you are setting, plan with God. Look at my banner in this channel. What is one thing I wrote? Anchored in faith. Anything I will teach you, if God is not inside it, then it's not me that recorded it too. It's not me that said anything. No, if I've not mentioned God when I'm talking, I'm not the one. It's AI. So the truth is that in anything that you are doing, and again, you just need to watch that video. I don't want to keep repeating some of things I've said already, right? But please, you are going to do yourself a big disservice. You are going to frustrate yourself if you continue to do life and you are not aligned to God's plan for your life and His will and His timing and His priorities for your life. So before you do any other thing, right, do the things I've asked you to do in that video. I'm intentionally not repeating myself because they will lay the foundation for the goals you are about to set. Good. Now, I'm going to teach you how to set goals, and we are going to start with what the acronym SMART. In case you've heard of it, it may not be new to you, and if not, I'm going to break it down. So it's actually SMART, S-M-A-R-T, and the S starts from, I'm going to read from my notes, specific. So you're going to set goals that are specific. They are clearly defined and they are not ambiguous. So that goal of I want to lose weight is not really specific. Okay, you want to lose weight, how? By taking walks, by going to the gym, and so that is more specific. I want to get married. Okay, do you want to get married to who? What kind of person do you want to marry? And that's why some people have not married, because you don't know what you are looking out for. Your goal is not specific. You just want to marry who? Marry what are we even looking out for in a husband, right? Or I want to start a business. What business? I want to start a chin business. That's more specific. I want to start my entertainment business. That's more specific, right? So that's an example of what SMART goals are, that, or the S is specific, right? The next thing is measurable, and it means includes criteria for tracking progress. So again, another example, I want to lose weight by taking walks 3 times a week. It's measurable. And so another thing which show, okay, let me give an example before I move to the next thing. So the whole point is, how are you going to measure the goals? Okay, you want to marry who? Like I said, okay, I want to marry a God-fearing, kind, distant husband. So for something like marriage, it's not really something, it's a desire, but you need to plan with God, with right timing for God, and a lot of other factors. But it's just an example. Or your business, okay, I want to start a changing business by January. Because truth is, if you keep saying I want to start business, you will not start. It's not cost. When are you starting the business? That's why a lot of us have plans, have to do, have goals. I want to do content. Okay, when are you starting the content? You say you're waiting for everything to be perfect. Why? Right? So your goal has to be specific. Your goal has to be measurable. And the next thing, it has to be achievable, attainable, and realistic. I think of everything inside this acronym and of this SMART goals, the A, the achievable, has got to be my best one. You know why? This is where a lot of us fumble. You that you want to lose weight, you will not say you want to lose 20 kg in 3 months. How is that? Like, I think sometimes social media too, you see people that lost, and which the truth is, nobody really loses that much within a short period of time. Let's be realistic. Let's achieve goals that you know is realistic. The truth is, you say, sure, I want to do, and nobody say you will not do it. But let's start with lose 30 kg in maybe 2 weeks or in 1 month. The truth is 3 kg, and the truth is, if you've never even lost weight, ask yourself, based on pattern, how do people achieve this kind of goal? Maybe you've never even started fitness before. You just saw someone's Instagram post and you think that's how it is done. No, you want to start a chin business, right? What is the most? So you not say, oh, you want to start changing business, you want to start reaching 1,000 customers because one influencer's family friend started a business today and started selling to all the famous people. So you believe there are exceptions and there are rules. You want to start a changing business. Can we start by at least having maybe 3 customers in the first week? And what are the customers? You look for people around you. You've not been reading your Bible. You want to be constantly reading your Bible. You that you pick your Bible once a week. You not say you want to start reading your Bible every day is not even bad. But maybe you'll be reading once a week. Let's even increase it to 3 times a week. You want to pray more. What are you currently doing? So don't say you want to pray more. You've been praying for 10 minutes a day. You want to start doing 1 hour, 2 hours prayer stretch. Again, there's grace, there's exceptions to the rule. But remember, we are being realistic. And that's why a lot of us again miss out on the goals, because you just want to. Nobody wants to go through process. Everybody's looking for the fastest, easiest way. And again, social media is deceiving you. Someone that has friends with influencers and you are seeing influencers, like what else do you expect? Like, let's not come, there's grace, there's mercy. Again, we're not disputing all of that, but remember, achievable, attainable, and realistic. You first measure what you're currently doing and then gauge what can I realistically do. I shared in the last video that I started one of my goals for last year was to start reading again, was to start reading books. I started with 1 book a month. Now I can do 2 or 3. In fact, I do 2, 3 for a space for more than a month actually, but for a space where I probably would have, you get the English I'm going at. But I started with once a month. I don't wake up and say, let me start carrying 26 books at the same time. Do you understand? So ask yourself, okay, based on the goals, and again, we're coming to the goals you will set. What is the most realistic and attainable thing? Now, R, relevant aligns with your broader objective. So let's not set goals that at the end of the day, for example, let's say okay, for me, like I said in my last video, one of the things God told was I was a year of service for me, right? And God took me on a journey of service, right? And so in anything I was doing, if it would not align to one of my bigger picture, why am I doing it? Is it what you are setting, is it relevant to the goal you have achieved? Does it align with the objective of that goal? You want to lose weight. Waiting I don't know what example to even give, but the whole point is, ask yourself, is this relevant to the goal? If anybody has an example, let me put in the comments, or better still, you can even research more on these goals. It's a very popular what's it called, it's a very popular thing when it comes to goal setting, not just even for personal life, for even business. Like top companies use this smart, in achieving their goals. So ensure that it's relevant, and I think this will even help more, for even companies. For example, you're a company that's set up to help less privileged children. Why are you not getting distracted and going to highbrow? You're not going to Lekki, you're not going to Banana Island to look for children that you will help. What happened to Oshodi, Makoko? And even sometimes, that's another thing with goals. So even as we journey into the year, please know that you are going to, at different points in time, review your goals. You can do them monthly, you can do them quarterly, you can do some goals weekly. But I think at the average, try and do monthly, to also ensure that you have not lost track of what you are doing. So you have set goals that, okay, my business, so these are people I want to achieve. But because your friends are not telling you that, oh, I remember speaking to a restaurant earlier, and they told me that one of the things for their goal is to reach family, or it's a family oriented restaurant. So people should feel safe to bring their children. So for example, people started giving them ideas of, oh, let's put a snooker bar, shisha and all of that. They said no, it's not relevant to our current goal. Some of us get so distracted because of the urge to want to blow, want to this thing. You are not seeing that everybody that started is not doing the way. No, that's not how things are done. There are processes to things, and that's another area you need to understand with growth. Growth is not if you don't believe me, research on people. So just ask yourself, just think of 2-3 people you seriously admire, and I want to encourage you to take out time to research about them. Listen to the interviews, try and find out what their journey was, and you realize that to you it may look like they just happened overnight, but no, there were days where they went through processes, right? So learn to stay relevant to your goal. And the last thing is time bound. So have a clear start and end date. So remember, we did SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So set a clear start and end date. For example, you want to start a business. When are we starting it? Like I said, well, when are you ending? Okay, you want to have lost 20 kg from between January to December. So each year we're not breaking down per month. So maybe let's say every month we are losing 2 or 3 kg, and then review that kind of thing. So let it be clear. And you know why this is important? When you leave it to faith. For example, there's a reason why your university degree is 4 or 5 years. There's a reason why pregnancy is 9 months. God did not say, oh, carry pregnancy for as long as you desire, or let that child be pregnant. No, just notice the pattern of life. Everything has a start date. Even children, they clock 1. There's a time where they're supposed to start working. So know that your goals will start and end. And then, so when we are saying end, for example, I want to start a business, right? So by January, you have started, and you have seen that by end of January, you have, ended that particular goal. So the next one is, I want to start, branding. I want to start selling. So just ensure, know that because we're saying end does not mean that thing has ended. It means the goal that pertains to that thing, we have been able to see it start, and we have been able to see it end. We saw the woman pregnant, and we saw her bring forth. Do you understand? We saw you enter university, and we saw you finish university. It could take 1 month, it could be a 4-year, it could be a 3-year, but I want us to stick to goals for 2026. So unless you are now really good, you have 3-year vision, 5-year vision, that's great, but this video is for the purpose of at least a 1-year plan. Then the truth is, the more you do this, you can start setting 3 years, 5 years, 100 years goal plan. Yes, it's very possible, especially if you are someone that is full of the Spirit of God, and you are a person that carries God's plans on the inside of you. Yeah. So like I said, I know it can be overwhelming, so take your time to digest this information. Don't be in a hurry. And again, like I said, if it's your first time setting SMART goals or doing the system, it will take a while for you to get used to it. You are going to make mistakes, and that's why, like I said, you're going to keep reviewing your goals. And just because we've set goals, for example, I remember a goal has always been, I want to be healthier. At the beginning, I used to go to the gym. My schedule changed, so my goal was to be healthy, right? And in the process of being healthy, there are 3 areas: my sleep, my diet, and exercise. Now that's me as an example. Over the year, that's 2025, at different times I had to review my goals as it relates to that. There was a time where I used to go to the gym, I had to stop because of another area, another goal that started affecting this goal, and so I started focusing more on walking. So again, remember that it's progress. Sometimes goals are not just, oh, it's not about, there's a law that says that it's not about how many activities you are doing. You can be doing so many activities and not be getting results. So don't be focused on activity. No. You can be doing one thing, and if you put your head to it and stay there, you will see more result than trying to do 10 things at the same time. I promise you, activity is not the same as result, or activity is not the same as progress. So please don't get lost in all of that. And like I said, the more you do, the more you get better to it. So now let me give you 7 areas you are going to set smart goals on as it relates to 2026. 7 areas. And my advice, especially if you are starting, this is your first time, you are being more intentional about this, try and do a maximum of, I would say, don't set more than 5 goals, Sha. I was going to say 3, but just depend, some people may have more than that, but don't do more than 5 goals per section of the 7 areas. And it's to help you track. Like I said, if by March you see that you are really comfortable with your goal setting, increase it, fire on, forge on, but it's just so that you are not overwhelmed. So the first area you're going to set goes in is your personal life, or what I've also called personal development. So let's say in your personal life you want to make more friends, right? So you're going to say, in this year I want to be able to make 3 friends by the end of March. And how are you going to? Another thing is, I even like you to tell us, be more specific. I'm going to make 3 friends by going out more often, or maybe joining a community, joining one of the workforce in my church, or maybe I'll join a map group, or maybe join a cell group, so ensure that there is something if you see the difference. I want to make more friends. Even you as a person, you start seeing yourself, and that's why you don't achieve that goal, because you've not even told yourself or shown yourself the process. But now listen to this other one. I'm going to make 3 friends by the end of January, or by the end of March, by attending or by joining a workforce in my church. You now know what to do. So that means by now in December, you're going to find out what does it take to join a workforce. By the time you join the workforce, you are intentionally engaging in conversations with people that are like-minded as you are. And before you know it, you have found 3 friends. That's how to set it. Do you understand? So, as I'm giving the areas, I may not be able to give you goals as it pertains to them. But if you want us to do more one-on-one, you can let me know. Reach out to me. My Instagram handle is I'll probably put it here, or you can click on the link in my description. So that's an example for your personal life. More examples, you probably want to read more books. So let's say we are reading 1 book a month on, you can pick areas you want to address on leadership, on relationship, on finances. Start with that. So let's say for the whole year you want to read books across those areas, but you're going to read 1 book per month. And how are you going to do that? You can say every day you're going to read a chapter a day. So I'm going to ensure that I've read 1 book a month by reading maybe 3 chapters 2 times a week, once a week. And again, remember, like I said, so even for me, my schedule has kind of grown and evolved. There are things I do every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, there are things for certain days, honestly. And that's one of the ways you can function. You see, a person of discipline is a person of routine. That's how you build discipline. It's not by doing new things every single time, unless something significantly has changed in your life, then you then need to review your routine. But a person of discipline keeps doing the same thing. Do you understand? We can tell by your everyday routine the kind of person you will become. So your personal life can revolve around, okay, you want to make 1 friends, you want to go out more, you want to read more books, right? So things that personally relate to you and your personal development. Maybe you are going to watch more YouTube video. There's someone you like on social media. Okay, maybe you watch more of Usidamen's YouTube video. That should be a goal for you. So that means every Saturday we drop new videos. You're going to ensure that before the next week you have watched the latest video for the previous week. That can be a goal, because truth is, if you follow our channel, we are going to be able to see growth in your life. So that's example for personal area of your life. That's personal life. I call it personal life / personal development. The second area is family. So maybe you are, let's say, married or not married. Okay, you're a family person, you are not married. Okay, this year I'm going to ensure that I visit mommy once a month. Like, so I may not get into specific details. I may make my own ambiguous because you on the other end are going to set what works for you. So I'm just going to give generic examples going forward just so that we can progress, right? So your family, right? You're going to maybe want to spend more time with family, visit your mom, you want to call your in-laws more often, right? So for me, I have a reminder on my phone to call my in-laws at the beginning of every month. Do you understand? So these are some things you can also do. Set reminders, have accountability partners, right? You want to call your in-laws, maybe you want to visit family more. You don't see your mom often, you'll be saying, mommy, I'm visiting mama. No, that won't happen. When are you going to visit mommy? Mommy has missed you. Make her time to see your parents. So those are some, okay, maybe you want your family altar, you want to start a family altar. So we're going to be praying every morning by 7:30 a.m, and Saturdays you are going to have. So those are some examples. So yeah, now you know your family. If you have done what I asked you to do in the first video, setting these goals will be easy because you've done the things I asked you to do in last week's video. That's why last video is a very good foundation for this video. Now, the third area you're going to set goals in is your marriage or relationship. So relationship, so I don't know if you should put friendship on that here, but I want us to be more specific to love relationship. So maybe you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. When are you guys going to marry? Set it. Your marriage, what do you want to do more intentionally? You and your husband are going to go on more date night once a month, and you do this or do that. Do you understand? Are you going to visit the other room more often this year? How many times will you be doing that? Right? Or would you want to buy your partner? So okay, I want to be more intentional as it relates to meeting my husband's or my wife's love language. What is their love language? Is it quality time? So you're going to spend more time with Shade. You're going to spend 3 times, or after I come home from work, I'm going to spend 30 minutes of quality time with Shade where we discuss things about her. That way you are being intentional about your marriage. So if you've done the things in the previous video, you've done the reflection and all of that, you could have taken out time to look at those areas in your life that you need to do more and pay attention to in these areas. Personal life, we've done personal life. We've done family, and we are doing marriage and relationship. So in case you're also single, what are some of the things, or you are in a relationship, what are some of the things you're going to do more as it relates to that? Number 4 is your finances, right? You're going to set goal on your finances. Do you want to save more? Do you want to invest more? Are you going to watch Financial Jennifer video? Are you going to buy a book? Are you going to join Money Africa group? I'm just giving you ideas on goals you can set, like I said. So what are areas regarding your finances? Maybe last year you realized that you spent too much, so I'm going to budget more by having a budget tracker and joining. Do you understand? So be very specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time bound. Remember all of those things. These are the things that will help you set all the goals that you need. So remember to set goals regarding your finances. It's not easy to talk. Let me catch my breath. Okay, number 5 is your business or career. Maybe you are doing business, or you are doing career, or you are doing both. Now, if you're indeed a person, you may have more than 5 goals in this area. And if you do, please feel free. Just ensure you are setting specific, attainable, realistic goals as it pertains to that area. Maybe you want to reach more customers. You want to in your career, you want to ensure you get a double promotion or a promotion, or you want to ensure that your boss, you build more relationship with your clients or your customers or your staffs, or even as it relates to your staff. What growth would you like to see in your staffs this year? So these are just some examples. The 6th one is your health goal. Yes, so remember, these are 7 areas. So the truth is, when you look at it, you've kind of touched almost every area of your life, and you want to be a balanced person. We don't want one area of our life to be suffering. Do you understand? So although each season some areas may take more than the other, depending, but at the core of it, you should be able to have a good view of your life. You are growing and thriving in these important areas of our life. So your health is very important. Don't say, sure, I'm not overweight, I'm not fat. Don't be by that. Right? Do you want to do a health checkup this year? Maybe you've never done one. You've been planning to go to the dentist. You want to check out that pain that's been in your leg. Please set a goal that is going to ensure that you do that. You want to go to the gym. Whatever area you have, please set it as it relates to your health. And the 7th and most important one is your spiritual life. They say leave the best for last. I intentionally did that. Is your walk with God. How are you going to do better in your walk with God this year? What areas did you not do well? And the truth is, with God you never end. So don't think, Seun, forget me and God. I know you are good, but there's always more with God. And if you don't know, ask God, Father, what areas can I improve on in my relationship with you? Is it that maybe, and the truth is, it's beyond read your Bible and pray every day, as important as that is. Are there instructions in your that God has been giving that you've not been doing? Set it. God, I'm going to listen to you more. And how are you going to listen to God more? Will you be accountable to someone to ensure that, okay, whenever God gives you an instruction, share it with somebody. That person that will come and check up with you, that Alpha, you said God told you this thing. I've not seen you do it. What are you doing regarding this goal? That's an example, right? So it may be that you want to hear God more. You want to maybe go to church more. You want to join a workforce. Anything that will help your spiritual life or your relationship with God get better. That is what you should set in this final area. And I think the final thing I'll say is, like I said, always remember to review your goals. So this is not, your goals are not, nobody is holding you to your neck. If you realize that a goal is not working, adjust the goal. Review it, tweak it. Do you understand? Or you realize that this goal, this is not really what I should focus on this year. I should focus more on this. Like, nobody will hold you. The important thing is, as long as you are growing and you are thriving in any area that you set a goal in, or any area you desire, right? And yeah, I'm sure you've learned, like, this video, even me, I know is helpful. It is. And you should subscribe, you should like, you should drop a comment, you should encourage me, drop a comment, right? Don't watch and just go and think she knows that, oh, she shared something helpful. Encourage me or encourage someone, ask a question, right? And share this video with your friends. If you are watching this video and you don't share with any of your friends, why? Don't you want them to also grow? See, if they want to see, I want to enjoy you. Me, I'm gathering friends where all of us will be enjoying life together. Friend that will carry me private jet. Please, so share with your friends. All of you should win together. And yes, this is actually also our final video for the year. Why, Seun? We have a very busy December. I have a very busy December. I honestly would have loved to share more videos, and that ideally this video should have come sometimes in December, but I just have to do it now because I know that it's 2026 before you guys will see me. And I think it would be a nice time to let me know, I mean, what was your favorite video this year? And what would you love to see more from us as a channel in the coming next year? What topics, what conversations? And yeah, just let me know how this channel has helped you. And I'm sure you have subscribed, you've liked, you've dropped a comment, and you shared this video. I'll see you guys in 2026. Happy New Year. Bye.